Rushden and Diamonds, and to non-league football, well, it's just breathtaking, really, isn't it? One day this team will be a league side. I've absolutely no doubts about that.
Hello, how are you? And welcome, well, a massive welcome to Rushden and Diamonds Save the Lower League Management Journey. It is an absolute pleasure. I'm obviously Old Man Suda or John or whatever the hell you want to call me. I hope everyone's having a fine Friday so far. This comes out on Friday in case you're watching this in the future, actually. But yeah, we've got a lot to talk about, and I don't know why I'm showing you this screen, because I should be showing you this screen here, really. But it doesn't really matter, does it? So we're going to go first into transfers. We lost a player, but we gained an ex-England international. And before anyone complains, he is an ex-England international, and he's also a legend from my club, Aston Villa. So I'll quickly show you the transfers anyway. So we lost Joe Curtis. He went to Faversham. Unfortunately, I tried to offer him a contract because he's a really good midfielder for us, he was. But he wanted 250 quid a week. I could have paid it, but we would have been miles over our wage bill, and I didn't want to do that. So, yeah. So he went, unfortunately. I just couldn't offer him the contract that he wanted, which was a bit of a shame. Because he's a great young player, and I feel he could have done really, had a really good career for us. So I was really upset that he went, to be honest, because I do like him. I think he is his stats might not show it, but I just felt he was a really good midfielder for us. So unfortunately, he has left us. But we brought in the one and only Lee Henry, the ex Aston Villa player, been a bit of a journeyman around the non-leagues over the last sort of about 10 years, I think now. But as you can see there, yeah, obviously played for Aston Villa. Was at Aston Villa for 15 seasons. Played for England. I think he only played one game for England. So it is technically an ex-international player. As you can see there, he made his debut against Czech Republic. It was the only game he ever played. I think he came on as a sub for about the last 10 minutes. But he is 40 years old, which I know is a little bit sort of worrying. But my thoughts around this is, one, you look at his technical and his mentals, they're absolutely fantastic compared to anyone else in this league. His physicals aren't brilliant at all, but what I'm hoping is experienced player with some youngsters. So if I go to my squad and you look at my midfielders, I've got like Fernando Bell-Toxley is probably my next best midfielder. He's only 2 stars, but he's got a 4 to 5 star potential. At 18 years old, to be playing next to an ex-Premier League footballer, and something Lee Henry's quality can only be good, and that's my thought over it. And I know this is only a game, but and obviously in real life that would probably be, I would imagine any player worth their salt would, in this sort of league, would jump at the chance to play with people like that because of the amount of experience and wealth of knowledge that those guys have. Obviously Lee Henry as well, I think he does punditry. I think it's for the BBC, but I could be wrong. It might be for like Channel 5 or something like that. I'm not quite sure, but that's my sort of thoughts, is that maybe he'll be good there just to help the likes of Ross Outlet as well, and Charlie Coulson and all these youngsters around here, and Ben Ford and all that. I'm just hoping that having this really experienced guy, and he's cost me 15 quid a week, so that's my thoughts over it anyway, which I personally think he'll do alright for us. I think if we have him for a season or two, and we might even then after that might be able to put him into sort of a coaching role or something like that, I feel he could do a really good job for us. So that's my thoughts behind it. Let me know what you guys think, because it'd be great to hear what you guys think. It'd be great to hear actually of any stories, or if you did ever go and watch, because I know I was talking to some other content creators, and I said, I've just signed ex Villa legend Lee Henry, and knock it wide, don't you mean the Stoke sub legend? So I think he went on literally like his last season at Villa was on loan at Stoke. So I don't know if he scored like a fancy goal, or he scored something important for him, or he did something important for him. But let me know of any stories about not just Lee Henry, but any other sort of ex-Premiership or big stars that, and I don't mean sort of like in 10 years time or anything like that, but any stars that you've picked up for former stars who in these sort of non-leagues will come and play you, but they're like 37, 38, 39, 40, whatever. It'd be great to hear some stories about that. I mean, last year when I was had my commentary save, which you should go and watch at some point. It starts off terribly because I was brand new, but I feel it got better and better as the episodes went on. So you should go and check that out. I got Michael Essien anyway, getting back onto the story. So you can sort of see, I mean, Michael Essien at Coventry, who would have ever thought about that? And it was only in like the second season as well. So I think he got up to get a promotion up to the Championship at the time and everything like that. So yeah, this is what I love about, one of the things I love about Football Manager is that these players who we all know who they are really, and I remember going to watch Lee Henry play at Villa Park, and and before anyone says, "Oh, it's only Aston Villa," this was when Aston Villa were actually not a bad side and were finishing in the top 10 on a regular occurrence. Sort of the mid to sort of the mid 90s to the early 2000s, we were finishing sort of 6th and 7th and that sort of stuff. And it was only really the 3 or 4 big boys that were beating us, and we were sort of a bit like I'm trying to think who we were. We were probably a bit sort of we were a bit the same as sort of what Tottenham were at that time, I guess, and other teams like that. So obviously, yeah, it's all gone downhill with Villa now, but yeah, I really thought it was really good. I mean, I know Bad Jokes FM as well has signed Lee Henry, and he's East Ham saved. So yeah, for that sort of price, I thought it was just a bit of fun, and hopefully he can do some good with some of these guys. Right, we'll quickly get on to a few other things. So the finances, if you remember what I showed, and I will show the finances every episode because it is so important, the finances around here, because this is where you can make or break a club, basically, in the finances, especially at this level of league. And you can see the way the finances just go up and down through the month. And we stayed about 80k, so we made about 20k at the beginning of the season. We started off at 60k. First sort of episode, we went up to 80k, and we've stuck around that point, and it's all really going quite well, you see. But I mean, obviously, we'd like to get to sort of 100k if possible. That would be absolutely fantastic. So, but for anyone who plays lower league management, my biggest tip for you is keep an eye on the finances. The finances are just so important for you, and if you can make money, it means that every year you can build and rebuild your squad and make it better and better, and that's how you move up in these leagues. It's not about just going all out and bankrupting the club. It's about slowly building and getting the finances up, and I'm sure a lot of other people would tell you exactly the same thing. Obviously, getting the right players and tactics and that is important as well, but the finances are, these lower leagues are just as much about money management as they are about tactical management or man management or football management or anything like that. So that's my tip for you guys. Yeah, so finances going well. The board are absolutely overjoyed with us. We're doing so well at the moment. And you'll see why when I show you sort of the games we've played, because we've played about sort of 7 or 8, I think it might even be 9 games since the last episode, which I'll show you now. And you can see, I mean, I left you after the Marlow game where we won 2-0. Really good episode. If you haven't gone and watched the last episode, go and watch it. Or go and watch the last few episodes if this is your first episode that you've came to watch. You should go and watch the other episodes. You can see here that we had a little bit of a run, a little bit of a blip there, but that was in the FA Cup against Peterborough Sports, and then we played Marlow. We won 2-0. It was absolutely fantastic. And then you can see we've gone on a really good run, apart from one little blip. And the first one was a 5-2 against Fleet. They are struggling in the league. They're like, I think they're bottom of one from bottom. And as you can see here, it seems like a close game, but I think that's more to do with the fact of what sort of a tactic we were playing at the time. We've changed it over a little bit, but you can see, I mean, Ross Outlet played absolutely fantastic for us, and overall everyone played really well. And yeah, we've got the goals, and then they came back towards the end a little bit, but we just dominated the match really. That way we were scoring for fun. We then followed up again with another really good game and a 4-1 win. As you can see, I mean, this one here, you can see by the stats now, we were the more dominant side again. Played really well. Curtis, as you can see, who's unfortunately left now, played absolutely fantastic for us. Sheriff's actually scoring for fun at the moment. We've had a lot of penalties as well. I don't know if this is just a non-league football thing, but nearly every game we get at least one penalty, or every other game we'll get at least a penalty. So we had quite a few of them. But we won 4-1. The unfortunate thing is we do seem to always concede at least one goal, which is I don't know if that's to do with. I think again it might be to do with the tactics. We were playing like a long ball, so we do seem to sort of concede quite a bit, at least one goal. But yeah, we won 4-1 there. We then played Moneyfields, who, funny enough, are actually. I think they're 3 points or 2 points behind Rushden Diamonds in the league now after the latest scores that happened, but they are fighting for the top spot with Rushden Diamonds in real life. So this was a really good win, and I'm sure this will make a lot of Rushden Diamond fans really happy to see us beaten 3-0. As you can see here, we were again we dominated them. We were the better side by far. We were playing the 4-3-3 formation in this one, and again we played absolutely fantastic, and things just went really well for us overall. So a really good win for us. We then followed that up against Farnborough, if you look, are actually in the Premier League, so they're in the league above us. So this was a really good, and this was in the Southern League Cup, which is like the league cup for the Southern Leagues. So we're in the Southern League East, or Southern First Division East. There's basically 3 or 4 divisions in this sort of pyramid of leagues. So yeah, with the English Southern League, it's not a massive cup to win or anything like that, but it was just a good one to win, and it was something to get through and to beat the opposition who are better than us. So we beat them 2-0, and as you can see, it was a close game, but I think we edged it. As you can see, we got a penalty again, and we scored straight away after that. So it was a really tough match, but I think we edged it, and we deserved the win. But we then played Hartley Whitney, great name for a place. And again, you can see here we actually bossed it. We unfortunately again let them score a goal near the end when we were all getting maybe a bit tired. But again, we got a penalty, but again, you can see by the stats we deserved to win it. We played real. Again, Sheriff getting the hat trick and playing absolutely fantastic for us. We then followed that on with a 2-1 against Aylesbury United. There's 2 Aylesburys in this league, just so you guys know. There's Aylesbury FC and then there's Aylesbury United. So there's a red version and a green version of Aylesbury in this. But we beat them 2-1. We were so bloody lucky in this match. Honestly, you have no idea how lucky we were. You can see we scored for 2 penalties, 15-9. Our team couldn't play. I honestly thought we were going to get hammered this game. And they are near the bottom of the league. But we just did not turn up. We were absolutely terrible. And somehow we managed to sneak in we'll manage to get 2 penalties and sneak a win. But we were absolutely atrocious, and the only reason Sheriff's got 8.3, I would say, is because obviously he scored both penalties for us. But overall, yeah, like you see, Walker's on a 6.3, and we just didn't play well at all. It was absolutely abysmal, and we sort of followed that on against Northwood and didn't turn up again and played again. This was another game we played absolutely terrible. Didn't matter what I did, didn't matter what I tried a few different trying formations or changing the tactics around a little bit, going on to counter, going into attack and all that. It just didn't matter, and they just beat us. And you can see that by the stats as well. They just were a much better side, and again you can see by sort of the ratings, we just didn't turn up, and it didn't matter again what I did or who I changed over, or what tactics I did. We just did not turn up, but we have responded absolutely fantastic, and we beat Arsley, I think it's called. We beat him 7-1. This was an absolutely fantastic game for us. Again, Sheriff was scoring for fun. You can see here he had 2 penalties, and he scored a goal in open play. Cedric got 2 for us. Walker got 1, and Ben Ford got another 1. You can see. I mean, look at this. I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players on a 9. The rest of them are on 8s, apart from the goalie who just didn't have anything to do. Oh, and Ben Farrell who got subbed off. But yeah, you can see here by the match stats and that, we were just overall absolutely dominated them, which was absolutely fantastic for us as a really good result. But what's that done for the competition and for the league? Well, as you can see here, we'll go into the actual main league and you can hopefully see a little bit more. We are in second, but Cambridge have played their game earlier than us, so we have the opportunity to go top. We're technically a point ahead of them at the moment. So we're doing really well. It's and it's sort of looking like it's going to be between us and Cambridge at the moment as to who is going to get promoted. But obviously things can change, and I've learned the one thing I would say about this league is, yeah, get a few losses here or there, and you could be right down back in sort of, you know, in a big battle for the promotions or even further down. So we've got to carry on with the good momentum and see how things go. As you can see here, we've got some really good player stats and match stats things. With Sheriff's top goal scorer at the moment, 13. Average ratings are good. Player of the match, Dolman's been going absolutely brilliant for us. So overall, we cannot complain at all. And man, I've already been talking for 15 minutes. So I just looked down how long the recording was. Right, so I've been going on for 15 minutes, so we'll get straight into the game because I don't think there's anything else to talk to you about. Things like the dynamics you can see here are going really well as well. Got a couple of players who want some football. Some of it's down to the formation I'm playing, some of it's down to the better players, but overall everything's going really well for us. So let's get into the game. We've got Beaconsfield today, which is going to be a tough game. They're in like 5th position, so I think this will be a tough game, but we should do alright. After the 7-1 win, I'm not really changing anything in the team wise. The only difference I'm bringing is Henry's coming in for Farrell. That's the only thing I'm changing over at the moment. The rest of it I'm actually going to stick with how it is, because after winning 7-1 I can't change too much. It's not right. Fitness is looking really good. We've just had actually like a 2-week break, so I think overall we can do really well. So we'll get straight into the game now and see how it goes. As the teams are warming up, we'll get through this. I have to set the instructions. Our assistant manager is rubbish at setting instructions, so this is the sort of instructions I've been setting in general, and then we'll change it in the match as and when we need to. But this seems to work okay for this formation, the way I'm playing, and you know, trying to keep hold of these. Quickly do the passionate or calmly. We should be winning this one very comfortably, and we'll do a quick talk here to the defence and everything, and hopefully it won't take too long. Okay, there we go, it's all done. So now we'll get off to the game. Hopefully we can carry on with the win. We are away from home, so things could be a little bit more difficult in this game than the last one, but after winning that well in the last game, we should be absolutely flying. With a few minutes gone, not much has happened. Beaconsfield have had one shot, but we've had a shot as well now, and that's it. There's not much else happening. They've failed us a little bit. We're holding possession quite well, and we seem to be getting a little bit there as Outlet tries to do it, but unfortunately he gets Moss intercepts. Now he gives it to Meekums, who gives it to Lockhart Adams. Lockhart Adams is probably going to have a shot. No, he gives it to Meekums, and they just put it wide, and that was a bit lucky. And 20 minutes gone though, and it's all a bit close, isn't it, at the moment? But we've got a chance here. Henry's going to put a free kick in. Is he going to get to Sheriff? He doesn't, unfortunately, but Henry might get a chance. No, Draper's going to collect it. But we've got to watch out now because of the counter attack. They give it out wide to Moss. Moss is going to maybe try and bring it up and then put it into the middle for someone. He does, but Beltoxin gets it. Henry gets it, and he's maybe going to get Cedric in. The long ball works really well, and Cedric unfortunately can't get it on target. And it stays 0-0. As 30 minutes has gone, 32 minutes, Beltoxley has got the ball now. He tries to find Sheriff, but he can't. Lock Adams is going to get it, and he puts it onto Meekums, who gets a chance. Meekums, though, gets it past one, and he puts it over the net. This is all a bit too close, and we could really do. We're not playing well up front. Henry now with a free kick. He puts it into the box. Sheriff with it, but he heads it over. And why am I showing this on 2D? Sorry, guys. I should be showing it. When I'm not playing with you guys, I play it in 2D. I do apologise. Carlson with the ball now. Gives it to O'Brien. O'Brien pumps it forward. Cedric might get there. He doesn't, unfortunately. And Norris collects it. Oh, I do apologise about the 3D. Yeah, because 3D takes a little bit longer, so it's easier to play on 2D when I'm playing offline. But Moss now has the ball out wide for Beaconsfield, and he tries to put it in, but O'Brien gets it, but it only goes as far as Draper, and Hickman's got it now. He gives it to Neville, back to Hickman, but we tackle. Beltoxin tackles him perfectly. Cedric now has the ball, and can he do anything? He puts it forward to Sheriff. Sheriff's got a bit of chance here. Sheriff one-on-one with the keeper, and he hit the keeper. The keeper didn't even save it. It just basically hit the keeper, and then I think the keeper dives at the end there. But we put it in, but unfortunately we can't get anywhere with it. Now Draper's got the ball and he gives it to Dawson, and that's the end of the highlight. And I'm going to need a drink after this. Meekums now comes forward though, and is he going to get across? And he doesn't. We manage to get it, but Draper then collects it and gets it, and that's a great save by Buffton. And this is all a bit close. We're going to maybe change it. We are only on standard. We're going to have to maybe change something up a little bit, because they are seeming to get a little bit into this game. We don't want to concede before half time. End the bloody highlight. Hickman now gives the ball to Grundy, and that's the end of the highlight. Ooh, I hate when it does that. But we're coming out to half time. It's 0-0, and you've got to say, I mean, looking at the stats wise, it's pretty close overall. I think they seem to have had more highlights than us, but you could say we've had one or two really good chances to score, and we should have maybe put something away. So we'll give a quick team talk. We'll say calmly, we're not doing bad at all. If everyone continues to work hard, we'll win this. It's not really done much, has it? Tactics wise, can we change anything that might actually do something for us? I think if we can change maybe him to a supporting role there, and can we do anything on the instructions? The early crosses don't seem to, well, they are working to an extent, but I don't know what can we do. We're going to go for a bit more of a direct passing. Maybe that will work for us. We'll see how that gets on, shall we? I mean, Sheriff, maybe can he get the ball? He can't, unfortunately, but Hendry's going to collect it here, and he gives it to Otland. Otland to no one, and Lockhart Adams now is going to get Lockhart Adams with the ball. Is he going to get the cross in? He does, but it hits our player and goes out for a throw-in. Meekums is looking tired for them, which is good news for us. And 54 minutes gone and not much is happening. Dolman's got a chance now. He gives it to Bell-Toxley to Colson. Colson puts it into Hendry. Hendry with the goal. Get in there, you beautiful, beautiful bastard. Ah, you beautiful, beautiful man. Lee Hendry gets the goal for us that we needed. That's just absolutely brilliant. That is absolutely flipping fantastic. A great volley as well. It looked like a scissor kick as well. That's a bit of skill. You probably don't see much of that in the non-league football, I'd imagine. Colson then pumps it up, and Cedric gets on the ball. He puts it into the middle, and Sheriff gets it. Sheriff's maybe getting a chance, and it hits the keeper. 1-0 with 30 minutes to go. It's going to be a corner to us. Can we get anything from the corner? We put the corner in, but it's knocked out straight by Neville. But Henry gets it. He puts it into Bell-Toxley, and Norris collects it. We've still got 60 minutes gone, but Bell-Toxley gets the ball. Green. Cedric's got the ball now. Is he going to do anything? He puts it forward to Sheriff. Sheriff might be able to run onto this. Can he take it past one play? He does. Get in there. Get in there. 2-0. Come on, AFC. Come on, Rushden. You beauty. I mean, he's absolutely scoring for fun at the moment. The guy. I mean, in real life, he went off to. He won't be in Football Manager. It won't show you actually. I don't think, because it happened in, I believe, over the beginning of November. But he's gone off to Altrincham, who you might know from Lujo's saves and all that sort of stuff. I believe he's playing there now. He's not been there long though. We're going to make a few substitutions soon, more just to save some legs more than anything else. But we're going to bring Bell-Toxley off. He's played really well, but we're going to bring Ben Ford on for him, and we're also going to bring on Holborn there for Otland, who's played really well as well, but just try and save some legs, freshen it all up a little bit. Apart from that though, it's going okay. But yeah, he doesn't play for Rushden Diamonds anymore, unfortunately. They've got their main striker now, I think is a guy, I think he's called Lawrence, if I remember rightly. He's been scoring quite a few goals as well for him. I'll have to see if I can find him on here. But 5 minutes to go, we're 2-0 up. Things are going really, really well for us, and the time's just trickling down, which is by far fine by me. This must be literally, come on, blow the whistle, ref, blow the whistle. There we go. Get in there. Get in there. We win 2-0. Keeps the pressure on Cambridge as we look to obviously try and break away from them if possible. So what can we say? We'll just say passionately, well done lads, that was a good win for us. Everyone looks really happy. Things are going really well for us. We can't ask for much more than that. Right, so what we're going to do now is we'll have a quick look and see when we're going to come back, and then that will be the end of the episode, guys. So I'll quickly say a massive thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed the episode, or if you feel like you want to be nice to me, please come and click the little thumb button, like the video. It'd be great if we could get sort of 10 to 15 likes, which is my sort of aim for videos at the moment. So if I can reach that sort of number, it'd be absolutely fantastic. I've also got to say a massive thank you to everyone who has subbed to me, because I've reached I'm over 100 subs now. I'm about 102. It means the world to me. It really does. I can't honestly say anything more than that. It's just means so much to me. After 4 months to be on 102 subs, I believe, as of recording this. And there's a lot of people I could say thank you to, like Captain Goodspeed, the Northman, yeah, guys like that, you know, as well. And some of the guys on Twitter have been so nice to me as well. So I mean, there's lots of people I could say thank you to, and I do say thank you to a lot of them on Twitter and that sort of stuff. So if you haven't come follow me on Twitter, sub to me if you want to. It'd be absolutely fantastic. Hopefully you've enjoyed the episode. And when are we going to come back? Before I forget, because I almost finished the episode, so before we could come back, when are we going to come back? We're going to come back for, I'm not going to play as many games as I did last time. We're going to play, you know, just because I like their name, we're going to come back for the Chelmsford St Peter game. So there'll be a few games, and then we'll come back for that one. Yeah, I think we'll come back for the Chelmsford St Peter. That will be on the Monday. So if you guys weren't sure, my videos come out on Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 6 PM. As I said before, thank you again for watching. Thank you again for subbing. Thank you again for liking. Please help me reach the targets I'm looking for. Follow me on Twitter. The little handle bit will have either popped up by now, hopefully. And I will see you for the next episode against Chelmsford St Peter on Monday, guys. Bye for now.